The robber, a wiry man with nervous eyes, shoved a bag at the teller. "Fill it," he rasped, voice tight with tension. The teller, a young woman named Sarah, froze. This wasn't how her day was supposed to go. He pulled out a gun. No funny business. Sarah fumbled with the cash drawers, heart pounding. The robber, noticing her fear, chuckled. "Relax, sweetheart," he said, voice oddly calming. "It's just money. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Life's too short." He glanced at the door. "Besides, I'm on a tight schedule." This wasn't your typical bank robber. He seemed more like a philosopher pressed for time than a hardened criminal. His words hung in the air, strangely profound amidst the tension. Outside, the getaway driver, a young man named Danny, tapped his fingers nervously against the steering wheel. He had a degree in engineering, a mind for planning, and this heist was his brainchild. He glanced at his watch, then at the bank entrance. "What's taking him so long?" he muttered. Beside him, the older man, Frank, their leader, chuckled. "Patience, Danny boy. Rome wasn't built in a day." Frank was a veteran of the streets, his wisdom earned through experience, not textbooks. "This isn't Rome, Frank," Danny retorted, his voice tight with frustration. "This is a timed operation. Every second counts." "Relax," Frank drawled, leaning back. "He knows what he's doing. Besides, a little improvisation adds spice to life." Upstairs, the bank manager, Mr. Jones, and the branch director, Miss Smith, observed the unfolding drama on the security monitors. Their faces, however, held not fear but a strange sense of relief. "Perfect," Miss Smith purred, a sly smile playing on her lips. "This is exactly what we needed." Mr. Jones, a portly man with thinning hair, raised an eyebrow. "Are you sure about this, Miss Smith? This is a robbery." "Don't be so naive, Jones," Miss Smith said, her voice laced with amusement. "Think of the possibilities. Insurance claims, increased security budgets, not to mention the missing funds we can conveniently blame on this." Mr. Jones paled, a bead of sweat trickling down his temple. He knew about Miss Smith's little secret, the embezzlement scheme she'd cleverly disguised, and he, unfortunately, was complicit. Section 4. Wishing for more robberies covering their tracks. Over the next few months, a string of robberies plagued the city, each one seemingly targeting the same bank branch. The media went into a frenzy, the public outraged and the police baffled. Meanwhile, Miss Smith and Mr. Jones were living their best lives. The robberies, conveniently timed and executed, had become their personal insurance policy, masking their own financial misdeeds. "Another successful quarter," Miss Smith chirped, raising a glass of champagne. Who knew robberies could be so profitable? Mr. Jones, however, couldn't shake the feeling of unease gnawing at his conscience. Every siren, every news report, felt like a hammer blow to his guilt. But he was in too deep now. Section 5. The discrepancy. Stolen money doesn't add up. The police were stumped. Despite their investigation, the robbers remained elusive, their methods baffling. The only lead was the seemingly random choice of bank branches, all seemingly connected to Miss Smith's financial portfolio. Then came the discrepancy report. The amount of money reported stolen didn't match the bank's actual losses. The numbers were off, significantly. Detective Miller, a seasoned investigator with a nose for inconsistencies, frowned at the report. This wasn't just sloppy bookkeeping. This reeked of deliberate manipulation. His gut told him there was more to this case than met the eye. This wasn't just about catching a bunch of robbers. This was about uncovering a deeper conspiracy, and he was determined to get to the bottom of it.